Again, welcome to Guys Command TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. William Samoei Ruto led his government in Safari Park for a breakfast prayer meeting. And the breakfast prayer meeting caught many Kenyans off guard because many people are not expecting that there will be such prayers. And by going by what is happening in this country, kusema kweli watu wengi hawakuwa nafikiri William Samoei Ruto could lead Kenyans in a breakfast meeting for prayers. But one statement caught my attention. William Samoei Ruto asked Kenyans to stop the debate about the jet that he used and costed taxpayer money to the tune of 200 million. He told Kenyans that he was given an offer. He was assisted by his friend and he paid. It costed Kenyans only 10 million. And he promised Kenyans that he must read from the front. And there's no way that he's going to let money to be used the way people want. So he asked Kenyans to tighten their belts, and it is in this that I want to make a number of issues from this statement about William Samoei Ruto telling Kenyans that it costed mwananchi wa kawaida shilingi milioni 10. The first question I would pose to you as a viewers, do you think William Samoei Ruto paid 10 million for that jet? Because already, when you visit the website of this airline, when you visit the website of this country, of this company, one thing is very clear: the costs are tabulated very, very clearly. Cost per hour, hata wewe mwenyewe utajionea. So let me ask you, do you agree that Kenya only paid 10 million for such kind of a luxury jet? Number two, William Samoei Ruto told Kenyans to tighten their belts. But I would like to answer this, that Kenyans have no belts. Hawana mishipi. Huo ni ukweli wa mambo. Hawana mishipi. So there's nothing to tighten kwa sababu ya ule ufukara ambao unawapata wa Kenya. Ule ulitima ambao unawapata wa Kenya ni ulitima wa hali ya juu sana. Indeed, hata panya wametoroka katika baadhi ya makao yao kwa sababu yale mabaki ya chakula ambayo huwa yanapatikana pale sasa hivi hayapatikani. The other thing is that when you hear William Samoei Ruto telling Kenyans that the KQ would cost a minimum of 70 million, and then he's praising another company that was a bit cheaper, then he's killing our industries. This one is likely to have negative implications to our local companies. And this is not good from our angles. This should not happen kutokana na yale ambayo tunaona pale. Because if William Samoei Ruto is going to safeguard our resources, is going to tell Kenyans to use all the means to save money and economize on what we have, I think, for one, he should have carried just a few people who are very, very necessary in that trip. And we expected maybe beba watu tuseme kwa mfano wale tu ambao walikuwa na kazi. But in this delegation, we are duly informed that he had more than 20 people going there, joining him, including, I think, comedians. I don't know what they were doing there, whether they had a role. If they had a role, maybe we need also to be told. The other thing is that we have seen the cabinet meeting in all parts of the country. Tumeona wengine they are called for a cabinet meeting wherever the president is. So instead of the president going to maybe Nairobi and meet his cabinet, anawaita tuseme kwa mfano Mombasa, wote unaambiwa kujeni mkutano kesho. So they spend a lot of money. So the austerity measures that he's telling us do not add up, and we cannot agree with him. Much as we may differ on many issues, we can say for sure that serikali ya William Samoei Ruto ina ubadhirifu mwingi sana wa pesa. Wanatumia pesa kwa fujo. Wanatumia pesa like all the money belongs to them. Wanatumia pesa without caring. Vile ambavyo tumeona wakifanya, tumeona hata yale maisha ambayo wanaishi ni maisha ya dhamani kubwa sana. Ni maisha ya hali ya juu sana. Because when you compare these guys, when these people who are in his cabinet, before they joined the cabinet, we know these guys walikuwa naishi tu maisha ya kawaida. But now, unapata a man can afford to buy a watch worth 1.5 million. And he can even afford a crocodile belt worth maybe more than 500 million. No, 500,000. Wakati haya yanatokea, tunajua kwamba kule katika magatuzi kunao watu ambao hajalipwa kwa sababu the national government had not hawako wametuma pesa kule mashinani. When this is happening, we know in our hospitals there are no drugs. When this is happening, the issue of capitation is still an issue. When this is happening, the government decided to reduce the capitation money that is sent to school from I think 22,000 to something like 17,000. This is wrong in my view. The government decided to remove money for lunch that was allocated for lunch to school, na hizi pesa ndizo sasa ambazo wanatumia katika safari ambazo haziishi. I don't know because I've not gotten the information very clearly, but I understand that William Samoei Ruto will be leaving the country on Sunday, and you ask yourself, why spend so much money? And we are not seeing the fruits, by the way. I don't know when these fruits will come because the trips are so many. So even when he talk about austerity measures and he's saying that he's going to lead from the front, this is not what we are seeing. Sivyo ambavyo tunaona mambo ambayo ni tofauti. Tunaona hali ambayo ni tofauti. Hali ambapo tunaambiwa tutafanya hivi kwa sababu ya hivi na hivi. Lakini ukichunguza vizuri sana utaona kwamba kuna mambo mengi ambayo yanatokea katika serikali hii yetu. Kusema kweli, when we look at even the finance bill that is now at hand, where Kenyans are expected to pay a lot of money. Hata nasikia wale watu ambao wana majanki kwa barabara, magari ambayo ni mabovu, utazidi kulipia pesa nyingi, and by the time utakuwa umeuza hilo gari, utakuwa umelipa serikali hii pesa nyingi kuliko ile bei ya lile gari. Not forgetting that wakati uliagiza hili gari kutoka taifa la nje, wakati liingia pale, kuna pesa ambazo ulipia serikali. Not forgetting, even when you are being issued with the new number plates, you are paying Kenya shilling 3,500, well, we know that this thing cost about 350 shilling. Kwa hivyo serikali hii tunajua vizuri sana iko na pesa nyingi sana, na tunajua vizuri sana serikali hii vile ambavyo wanatuambia sivyo ilivyo, because even that breakfast, it must have costed a lot of money. Why not call the chokoras? Ita chokora pale, mkule nao pale. Mbona usiite watoto mayatima wakuje pale wakule, tuone mkila pamoja na wao, kwa sababu kama mngekuwa unakula na hao watu ambao hawana chakula, ambao hawana chochote, basi tunaweza kusema kwamba kuna mambo ambayo tunaweza tukakubaliana. Lakini from where I stand, I think the jet did not cost 10 million. From where I stand, I think Kenyans have no belt to tighten. It is becoming very, very difficult even to put 3 meals on the table. And I know there are some students who are going to school hungry, na wakifika nyumbani, wakirejea nyumbani vile vile hawana, mama ni kilio kwa sababu hata yeye amekosa pesa. Gharama ya maisha inazidi kupanda kila uchao, and William Samoei Ruto had promised to ensure that the hustlers were happy. What we are seeing now, tunaona mahustlers wakizidi kulalamika, wakizidi kuumia, wakizidi kulia kila uchao. I don't know what you think, but from where I stand, I won't agree with William Samoei Ruto. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.